Hello there, how are you? Welcome back. Well, last week I finished up with the spray foam insulation and started installing drywall on the lower portion of the end here. This week's video I'm picking up with the uh, bat insulation or roll insulation on the top portion of this end wall here in the barn. Now, instead of just finishing the bottom portion up and then working my way up to the top, because the temperatures have been so high, and with the heat index being in triple digits here in Florida, I opted to go ahead and get the insulation in on the top, and then I'm going to go back and finish up drywalling this end portion. Now, to hold this insulation in place, I'm actually using two-sided indoor-outdoor carpet tape that I purchased at Lowe's. It's pretty cool because it's so thin. It's like the thickness of your mesh drywall tape, only both sides are like crazy sticky. Same stuff that I used to attach the vapor barrier. And boy, does it ever do a great job holding this stuff in place. Now, there's a real major learning curve here that I found out with using metal studs on the construction of these inner walls. A 2x4 is solid 2x4. So when you put a piece of insulation between the two, whether it's 24 on center or in my case 16 on center, it's a solid edge to a solid edge, so that roll insulation or bat insulation slides right between the two studs. Because I used metal construction, or the metal studs that you can purchase at Lowe's, Home Depot, 84 Lumber, wherever, you have a solid surface coming up to a hollow surface. So your 2x4, your 16 on center opening technically has an extra 2 inches to whatever side you decide to have the open end of that stud, because those studs are all C-channel. Anyway, to combat that, you have to either go back and put insulation in the void or go back with spray insulation and fill that void. So what should have been a simple, one-day job, basically, just get everything up there, a couple pieces of this double-sided tape in place to hold the insulation up until I could get the drywall up on it and call it good, ended up turning into like technically a 2.5 day job. So one day to finish the side here on the left, the next day to finish the side over on the right, and then I had to go back and stuff that opening down the side of the metal stud with foam insulation or leftover of this bat roll insulation. So it was a little bit of a kind of a pain in the butt, but it really made a tremendous difference inside the barn here. These ceilings are 16 feet. The heat index, we're in triple digits right now, and this just made that mini split work so much more efficiently in here, keeping everything totally chilly. I mean, it's just been absolutely wonderful. And then I just did a real quick shot of a little bit of the work that I did on this side. You can only watch somebody installing this roll insulation so much, and then it just ends up becoming crazy repetitive. All right, there you have it. Next week, I'll be figuring out a way to macgyver some drywall up there. In the meantime, I want to thank you all for stopping by. Have an absolutely wonderful and blessed day. I'll see you next time.